February 9th, 1964, the day that the Beatles debuted on the Ed Sullivan Show. It was a day in music history and a day that changed a lot of lives. Lives like Judy Marsden, a huge local Beatles fan, and this has been, the Beatles have been a part of your life ever since then, right?
Yes, absolutely. I grew up loving the Beatles. I was 13 years old when they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, and it just changed my life, along with the music world.
Yes.
And ever since then, they've been a big part of my life in many different ways, and just wonderful stories from then.
I remember a few Christmases ago, my dad, I asked for a record player, and he got me a few Beatles albums. And so that Christmas morning, I spent laying there listening to Beatles songs, and he was like, years ago, all the teenage girls around the world were doing the exact same thing. And it's quite a career that they had that held up well past the Beatles as a band.
Yes, and at the time, Leah, in 1963, it was a time of sadness because JFK had been assassinated, and we were really sad, I think, as a younger generation. And so when the Beatles came, it was happy music. And I think we all kind of, hung on to that.
13 is like
the
right
time.
in the country, right at the right age
I
to have
know.
that
I
happen.
saw Paul McCartney and I fell in love.
I don't think you were the only one. But speaking of Paul McCartney, you have a story. It's kind of why you're here. And I understand you are all set to see him soon. So back us up and tell us how you got these tickets and how this concert is gearing up to be a good one.
In January, my husband surprised me with tickets to see Paul McCartney in his Got Back tour of 2025. And then we heard that he wasn't going to be touring in 2025, that it was going to be 2026, and we're thinking, oh no, he's 83 years old, So, but then Joe came home and he said, I have good news. He's touring and we have a chance to see him. So, backing up to January for my birthday, he got me a t-shirt, Paul McCartney t-shirt, and he got me these coins with Paul McCartney on them and an IOU to see Paul McCartney anywhere in the United States that I chose.
That's a pretty good offer.
That's awesome, right? Husband of the Year award.
I was so excited. I was beyond overwhelmed. When the tickets went on sale, we got our devices out. We got tickets to Pittsburgh.
Ooh,
not too far. Not a bad travel trip.
But then I'm thinking Pittsburgh. Well, okay. And then Joe said, well, I have a pre-sale code for Las Vegas.
Oh.
So I said, okay, let's go on Las Vegas. And we went on Las Vegas, hundreds. There were a few thousand in front of us. And it didn't look too good. It really didn't. And then we saw the VIP selection, and then we decided to go for the VIP selection.
Good choice.
And we got third row seats.
Row seats?
Incredible.
Third row seats, and let me just say, we're spending our son's inheritance. At least part of it.
So, you know what? It's
He's
money
got
well
a job.
spent.
He's going to figure it out.
He's okay. But, and this will be my 8th time.
Wow, nice.
So,
Well, and I wanted to ask you specifically because while amazing to see McCartney. But you did see the whole group.
You saw the
Once
Beatles.
upon a time. What was that experience like?
it was pretty amazing. It was pandemonium in the convention hall in Atlantic City. We spent the afternoon at the Beatles hotel screaming our head off, and I was only 13.
Oh.
So I was with two girlfriends, and my Aunt Katie chaperoned. And
bless Aunt Katie,
my
'cause
brother
she
was
had to be there.
She held me up on a chair so that I could see above the crowd.
That's such a great story.
It was
and
wonderful.
I know you're kind of hoping that maybe if somebody does have a hookup somewhere, a connection to Paul's people, you got a poster that you want signed.
I have a poster. I have an amazing poster that I had made. And it says, "Hey, Paul, I'm Hey Jude," because that's what I want to be called. At least on that night.
Yes.
On that night.
Of course.
Well, hey, let's talk right now. Listen, Paul McCartney.
If you're by
You're out
chance.
there. Listen, we got Judy here. She's got a poster. She needs somebody to sign that poster. Really, we need you to sign that poster. You think you're a big deal?
goodness.
It'll make her day.
Well, Judy, thank you so much for
Thank you
reaching
so
out to
much.
us. And I hope you have so much fun seeing Paul McCartney
And
yet
this
again.
was fun.
Well, we had a blast having you on. You have
Thank you
great
so
stories.
much.
Of course. Well, coming up on Coast Life, maybe some of those special memories made for you are involved with the farm. We've got the one-stop shop for all fall fun coming up next.